guys, Constance here. Welcome back to A Good Life Farm. So my kitchen is an absolute disaster area at the moment. I am getting ready to go on a trip this week, and yet I have a ton of stuff I've got to get done before I do that. And today ended up getting completely busy with other things, and so now I'm just like scrambling to get everything done. I had to go to the store and get some ingredients because one of the things that I need to do, which I cannot believe I haven't done it yet, is I need to do my canning video, my second canning video for January. The thing I was going to do, I changed my mind on, and so the thing I decided to do, I didn't have the ingredients for, and so I had to go to the store today. So that was one of the gazillions of errands that I did today, running around all over the place. And yes, so I'm going to do a pickle recipe, but not regular pickles. So you'll just have to wait and see about that. That video is going to go up on Monday. Is it Monday? I think it's Monday. Yes, Monday, next week. Goodness me. So I gotta find a spot in the fridge for all of this cauliflower. Oh, and one of the other things that I did today is I swung through town and I went by the post office, and you guys, it was such a great mail day. You know, you guys blow me away. I am so tickled every time I open up my mailbox and I find something from you guys in there. And not only was there some things that I had ordered that I had been waiting on, which I was happy to finally get, but there was mail from you guys. I got some cards in there, there was tea, there was seeds. I got several different kinds of seeds in the mail, not ones that I ordered. They were gifts from subscribers, my YouTube friends. What else? Oh, Mr. Smith got his now favorite coffee mug. Let me show you. Look at that. And then little Miss Willow had a present, which we already gave to her. And then there was something in there for me as well. A spoon rest. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. So pretty. Thank you guys. You know, I absolutely love when I open my mailbox and I find surprises in there like that. It really makes my day. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and Mr. Smith can't wait to use his coffee mug. You know, it's so funny because I have this huge pottery coffee mug collection. Yeah, I mean, it's a little, I'm gonna have to do some reorganizing so I can get everything in there where it needs to be. But I have all of these amazing coffee mugs. But will Mr. Smith use them? No. He uses classic, good old-fashioned coffee mugs. Not pottery, coffee mugs like that one that he got in the mail. Cracks me up. I even had a special pottery mug made just for him, custom for him, the way he wanted it. And he still don't use it. He still likes his regular, plain Jane traditional coffee mugs. To each their own. So for dinner tonight, we're actually just having leftovers. Mr. Smith made Brunswick stew last night, and yes, he made his own recipe, and so that's probably something he's going to make again in the future, and we will have to make note of how he made it so that we can share it with all of you guys. So it made a massive pot of stew, and so I've just got a little bit here that I'm heating up, and it's kind of soupy, And so we actually cooked some rice to go with that. That's probably not traditional for Brunswick stew, but we liked it that way. And so I've got some more rice going. All right, so coffee maker is set up. Still got to finish tidying up the kitchen table and putting away dishes. But the things I have to do tomorrow are, of course, I need to do my January video. I need to film that. I can edit it after I get back from my trip. I just have to have it filmed before I go because I'm not going to have time to do both when I get back for it to go live on Monday. The other thing is, and this was kind of something that wasn't really planned for this very moment, but we are working on it now, and we actually started today. We're gonna have to finish it tomorrow also. Sophie and Amos. Sophie and Amos are our miniature donkey and miniature mule. And they have an area out there that was originally set up for the goats when we first got them. And it was fine for the goats. We didn't have any issues. But now that we have heavier animals in that area, when we get a lot of rain, which we've had an insane amount of rain, the area right in front of their shelter, it's always shaded in the afternoon, so it doesn't get any sunlight. My rice is done. And so it does not dry out very quickly. And because they are heavy, when they walk around in that area, it's like it turns it into soup, and it is just a nightmare. We keep putting down straw on top of it just to kind of layer it so they don't get mud just caked all over their feet. That way, you know, they can kind of stay somewhat clean in that particular area. But it is just a nightmare, and it has been so rainy, and we're just, you know, it's only January. We've still got a couple more wet months ahead of us, and they need to get out of there. They need to get out of there like yesterday, because my biggest concern is they are hooved animals. The last thing we need is for them to be in mud so much that they get like hoof rot, they end up lame. I mean, there's so many issues that can happen with wet hooves. And, you know, we just had this massive system that came through here. A lot of people got snow. We got some snow. We mostly got rain, like at least a foot of rain on top of what we have already received in the last few weeks. And so it is just a mess out there. So while I was out running errands today, I had to go buy Tractor Supply, and while I was there, I picked up what's called a garage in a box. I don't expect this to be a permanent shelter. It's not intended to be a permanent shelter, but we are setting this up so that we can quickly get them out of that area. I'm just going to move the electric fencing over to that side, and we're going to put them over past where the bucklings are, right over in that area, because that area, it's probably the highest elevation on our property. It never stays muddy over there. It always dries out first over there. And so we are going to get them out of this nasty, soppy nightmare that they are currently in. We have been talking about doing that, but eventually we want to build a solid structure like we have out there already where they are currently, just like we plan on doing for the bucklings, but we're just gonna, frankly, we're gonna wait until the weather gets a little bit nicer for us to do those kinds of outdoor projects. These temporary shelters can go up. They will serve the purpose for the time being, and then down the road we can build something a little more, well, permanent. But it'll definitely be an improvement. Mr. Smith and I started putting that shelter together, that garage in a box. We started putting the frame together this evening until we ran out of light. So tomorrow, those are my two big things that have to happen. We've got to get Sophie and Amos moved, and then I've got to get my canning video filmed, which it's a pickle recipe. Pickle recipes are not difficult to do at all. And so I don't expect that to take very long to film. Yes, so busy day ahead tomorrow, which I haven't even told you what I'm doing or where I'm going. So when I went to the Homesteaders of America conference back in October, up in Virginia, I made some new friends, and several of us have decided to go to the event that is taking place in Tennessee this time around, also Homesteaders of America. But this is more business oriented. It's a business conference, as in learning how to make your homestead a business. And so this is something that I had kind of been thinking about going to. I really wasn't sure. But Tangi from Freedom Homestead reached out to me, asked me if I was going, and we both decided we would go and that we would just get a place to share. I am very partial to Airbnbs, and so I booked an Airbnb. Well, also going is Anna from Fermented Homestead, who I met at the conference in Virginia, and Julie from Row & Co Farm, who I also met up there in Virginia. And so the four of us are actually going to share an Airbnb, and we're planning on doing some videos together, like maybe sort of a, I don't know, fireside chat, get to know us kind of thing. We're still kind of working out exactly what we're going to do, but you will definitely be meeting these other wonderful ladies in the future on my video when I talk about this conference and everything. So, oh, and then after that, not only am I going to be meeting all of them, but then Anne from A Farm Girl in the Making just recently moved to Tennessee. She's not going to be very far from this conference, and so after the conference, I'm going to be going to her brand new homestead and getting the tour and seeing it and getting to spend some time with Anne. So I'm really looking forward to this trip. It is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to share it with all of you guys. But yes, that is why I'm working my butt off to try and get everything situated before I go out of town. Oh, it's going to be a great time. With that, oh, I just had a couple other things I was going to mention. If you have visited either of my websites in the last couple of days, you will notice I kind of changed things up a little bit. I kind of changed the color scheme for both of them. They were very similar, and so I wanted to kind of change them up so that they didn't have the same color scheme. And so the Wholesome Skillet website is much cheerful colors, kind of bright and airy. And then the original website, Cosmopolitan Cornbread / A Good Life Farm, I just changed a little bit there because I did like some of the colors I already had, but I just kind of changed it up a little bit, made the links that are inserted in there easier to see and stuff like that. I think that's it. So I think that's all I was going to share with you guys today. I'm going to call it a night and eat my dinner, which is just about ready. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. I will try and film some of it so that I can share with you what all we're doing out there. And of course, I'll be sharing the canning video on Monday. But yes, oh, and I've got to do laundry and I've got to pack. Well, I can pack on Thursday, but I've got to do laundry tomorrow. Oh, more things to do. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me here again at the homestead. My name is Constance at Good Life Farm, and I'll talk to y'all next time.